Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. What is Sonko doing in Mombasa? Because there is a disturbing video that has emerged on Sonko Convoy driving through the Mkomani, a place where Raila Odinga was holding the rally, and he drove through the crowd. In fact, I overheard Charity Ngilu saying that people were seated, then the convoy were coming. Yesterday, the Friday of the 13th of Friday, Sonko announced that he was going to attend Raila Odinga's rally in Mombasa. In fact, he announced it on Thursday. Raila Odinga's rally in Mombasa. This was coming a week after he tried to hold a rally in Tononoka, but in what was seen as a plan by Hassan Joho to block his campaigns in Mombasa, he was banned from using that ground. So today, he opted to attend Raila Odinga's rally in the spirit of maybe Azimio la Umoja. But coincidentally, Raila Odinga was holding that party, and if you look at the photos and the videos from Komani, it was more of ODM politicians were there. And the only ODM governor candidate, Abdulswamad Nasir, was attending. Now, by all indications, a confrontation was expected. So when he tried to drive through, some of the members of the public, rather the crowd that was already there, pelted the convoy, and he was chased from that place. By all indications, this is what I normally understand. Before politicians go to attend a rally, there is normally a meeting that is done where they organize, person so, you're going to talk about this, person so, you're going to talk about this, the MC of this event is going to be person XYZ. So there is normally that prior planning. I want to understand because I had seen, and I think if you look at this photo, this is the photo of, I think, where they were taking lunch, moment before this rally. Mike Sonko was not part of the plan. And secondly, you cannot force your way to someone's rally, a rally that has already been mobilized, because there is normally the mobilization and the planning. Now, when he was going there in his capacity as a governor aspirant through Wiper. I once talked to my good friend Bernard Adewa, who mentioned that some politicians are just opportunistic and they're just looking for cracks. In fact, I'm waiting for the next press conference that is going to hold. Now, I want you to watch that 40-second video here.
Shikilia. Asante sana. Niombe hivi, musalie watulivu, wananchi wapendwa, musalie watulivu. Musalie watulivu. Huu mkutano ni mkutano wa Azimio na sisi ni watu wa amani. Na nikuhakikishie tuko na usalama wa kutosha wa polisi wa kitaifa. Musalie hapa wananchi wapendwa. Na nikujulishe kwamba tuko hapa na mkutano huu utaendelea kama ulivyopangwa. Wale kwa jukwaa nyote mketi chini. Watu kwa jukwaa kwanza mketi chini. Watu kwa jukwaa keti chini kwanza. Tuketi chini kwanza kwa jukwaa. Wale walio kwa jukwaa mketi chini kwanza.
Honestly, that was just taking confrontation too far. And Mike Sonko's entry in Mombasa is coming at a time where Azimio la Umoja is also fielding a candidate and UDA also has a candidate. So like there are three candidates, and I see opinion polls showing that he was ahead of the rest. Coincidentally, I want to think that there was no Wiper leader there. There was no Wiper leader who was attending that meeting, and he had not planned. And of course, honestly, this was just provocation. But I want to explain in detail some 4 aspects that I believe is playing out in Mombasa. And this is what is going to make it very difficult for Hassan Joho, for Mike Sonko to have a smooth ride there. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this video and you have not yet subscribed, I want to humbly request you to subscribe, click the notification bell, and also give us your feedback on what do you expect, or rather, what is your opinion on that drama. Hassan Joho and Mike Sonko don't meet eye to eye. Where they differed has been there. And in his campaigns, actually, Mike Sonko wants to ride on negatives, or rather what has not been achieved by Hassan Joho in Mombasa, to mount his his gubernatorial campaign. Now, that kind of campaign is working against the ODM's candidate, Abdulswamad Nasir, because Nasir wants to ride on Sonko's success, on Hassan Joho's success. So the fact, and I mentioned there is that one contentious issue that was being addressed, that Sonko was saying that through the authority of Sonko, Mombasa's port operations was moved from Mombasa to Naivasha, which is a pure lie. Actually, 70% of activities is happening at the Mombasa port. In fact, the Naivasha port is a dry port. So in terms of concentration, it's mostly in Mombasa. But because it's a political propaganda, it has to be packaged in that manner. So that Hassan Joho enmity, and now to make the matter not very, one that is not going to make it easy for Sonko, Hassan Joho is an incumbent. So he has the resources of the county, especially when he wants to campaign. It took the intervention of Hassan Joho as the governor to make sure that that ground is not there. And by the way, the rally that was held in Mkomani, first it was to be held in Tononoka. Then they pushed it to Mama Ngina Drive. Then after Mama Ngina Drive, they changed it today. In the morning after opening Azimio La Umoja Center in Mombasa, Operation Center in Mombasa, they changed the venue to Mkomani. So, and I think that was being done just to hoodwink Mike Sonko. Number 2, Mike Sonko is being perceived as a project of Kalonzo Musyoka to destabilize Raila Odinga. Now, Kalonzo Musyoka was not attending that rally, and I want to believe that perhaps Sonko was fronted so that in the opportune time, if the Chapter 6 institutions, that is the ESCC and DPP and DCI, will allow him to go and vie, he will be on table for negotiations between ODM, Wiper, and between ODM and Wiper. Now, currently, there is a very big contentious issues, and ODM supporters, or even Raila Odinga handlers, are a little bit uncomfortable with the kind of demands and the kind of behavior that Kalonzo Musyoka have had. So the protest against Mike Sonko might not be on him, but the fact that he associates with Kalonzo is not attending that, and is also perceived as Kalonzo's project to destabilize Raila Odinga. So this is very strategic. I think also the issue of the port is playing out. And the port of Mombasa, there is a big interest. In fact, someone was saying that even President retires, he's most likely is going to reside in Mombasa. And there is a lot of stakes, even by President Uhuru Kenyatta, even by Raila Odinga, and even Hassan Joho. And you look at this as an issue that Mike Sonko has now decided to come into it. In fact, if you want to survive politically in Mombasa, I want to believe that the cartel of Mombasa, the economy, the cartels that are taking Mombasa in terms of the economy is at the port. And now that he tried in Nairobi and he crashed out, and I am one person who believes that Sonko was not impeached on those other grounds, but it was just trying to fight cartels fighting back. Now, the fact that he has made another blunder to sock himself into the port cartels, he's likely to be crushed out. He's likely not to get it comfortable. But lastly, there is an observation that I've made, and that's why I feel Sonko was very hypocritical to attend that rally. When Wiper Party members were organizing their own rallies that are even attended by Mike Sonko, they don't campaign for Raila Odinga. And instead, they have been issuing demands that it's either Kalonzo Musyoka is picked as running mate or Raila loses that election. And my position has been that even if you issue demands, even if you're laying a ground, but the statement of invoking a laws in it first shows that you don't have the might, or rather you don't have the goodwill for the candidate. Now, in their own rallies, they don't campaign for Raila Odinga. So in a rally where Wiper is not attending and is been organized by Raila Odinga, now he wants to get Crash to campaign for himself. Now, even if we can't say in the face of fairness, but I have a perception that Sonko made a blunder to push his way to that rally. Even in his own rally, he was not campaigning for Raila Odinga. In fact, they have been insisting that it's about Kalonzo Musyoka or not. So that's my opinion. But again, the Mombasa politics is going to be very murky if indeed Sonko is going to be allowed to vie. But then I want to read your feedback on this as we wait for the running mate on William Ruto's side.